Hello everyone and welcome to my new DF Shadow Priest video. As you know, it's my second DF video, so I've been farming starting honor PvP gear and been doing some battlegrounds. I'm still struggling with recognizing enemy spells, but I'm trying to use my spells and talents as advantage as much as I can. So let's jump into the talents I'm using for this video. As I said in my first video, I'll be switching talents and trying different things, so this is my first pick. With base priest talents, I've gone for build that will give me the most benefit in solo PvP. That means if there is some kind of talent which you would normally pick for arena, like Twins of the Sun, I skipped because I won't simply use it in isolated fights. If there is any talent that will give me even 1% of damage or better shield or heal, I picked it instead of other one that would give me some friendly effects. So I skipped Renew and Prayer Remanding since I've tried Renew on lower levels and it's pure trash, it heals nothing. I skipped Mind Control and Dominant Mind because I don't see where I could use it in isolated fights next to a million other procs from the shadow spells. Apathy is worthless since we have Mind Flay, Insanity and Psy Fiend from shadow talents. Only really useful thing here is surely Mind Games, which is extremely useful talent. Other thing I will try in the next video is Power Word Life. It seems like great option for survivability, but I haven't tried it yet. In shadow talents, first two rows are pretty standard with Silence and Horror, but in fourth row we got Mental Decay, which I don't think is that useful in PvP or 1 vs 1 because you can't freecast Mind Flay that easy since everyone has Interrupt. On the other side we have Shadow Crash, which I didn't pick because we have Damnation, which applies Vampiric Touch, Devouring Plague and Shadow Word Pain, which basically means that Damnation overrides the Shadow Crash. In this build, I've gone for Void Eruption with Void Volley special talent, which can help you fear close enemies and make one free cast. In next video I'll try Dark Ascension instead because it looks like great talent for spitting some Mind Blast and Spikes. Under these we have 3 talents which I don't find useful in PvP. Shadowy Apparitions damage is meh, and I think these are the PvE talents in combination with Psychic Link. What I've just seen is that I could easily drop the point from Maddening Touch and drop it on Encroaching Shadows, which is huge talent, but I thought I don't have enough points to take it. Also for this build, I've gone for Mind Flay Insanity, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but maybe Idol of Cthulhu. Anyway, this talent is great if it procs, but honestly chances are not too great in my experience so far. Sometimes it can spawn 2 one after another, and sometimes you use 3 or 4 Mind Flays and it doesn't spawn. I will surely change this one in the next video. So without further ado, let's play some PvP. What I find useful against rogues is to use Instant Void Tendrils, which will allow you to cast Vampiric Touch and save your Damnation after he uses Cloak. He can Shadow Step you since he is rooted and he won't trinket that either. Also just after Tendrils, use Fade to remove slow and make some range. Then when he Shadow Steps, use Fear and cast Mind Games because his burst is about to come. Don't use Trinket ever on his Chip Shot or Gouge. Wait for Kidney or Blind, depends on situation and your CDs. Here's Shadow Dance, which my shield and Mind Games totally annulled. Then I used Horror and Instant Power Infusion to cast Mind Spike and Mind Blast in 1.5 seconds thanks to Mind Melt, but he trinketed it. For no real reason, I've gone for Void Eruption, where he used 50k health trinket boost I guess. Here I stood and started healing to force him open on me instantly without energy and kick my healing skull so I can cast shadow spells again. He was under hard diminishing return, spamming stuns to interrupt me so I didn't use my trinket. As soon as I left CC, I used Psy Fiend to keep him slowed and I removed my slow with another Fade. I made a Fear which forced his Cloak, where I had to disperse and he got me with Blind that I won't trinket because he would Kidney Shot after that and GG. Now when I force his Cloak, I'm ready to use Damnation to apply all dots because there is no chance I would cast VT without kick or stun. And then I use Horror where I should have casted Mind Games instead of Blast, but I had Tendrils and it was all fine. My friend jumped in, but I had another Fear, Desperate Prayer and Trinket in my sleeve. Against paladins, I love to open with silence and make a free cast of witty and mind games so I don't waste damnation. I'm new to the game, so I didn't know that even paladin has interrupt which cannot be silenced. What I did wrong here is clearly trinket without any harm. I've gone for full burst with void eruption mind games to save me and power infusion for casts. But as soon as I casted mind games, he bubbled, which I removed with instant mass dispel plus damnation to apply dots instantly. Make sure to use insanity after devouring plague because it deals massive damage and make great slow. I totally forgot about these stupid spells that allows paladin to run away on mount and fully heal. After this is boring fight and he was about to kill me mainly because I ran out of mana and I failed trinket in the beginning, so let's check out the next pala fight. He spawned here with 400k health without buffs, which means he's in conquer gear if I'm not wrong. I did same opener and I thought it is over, but he fully healed himself and basically started the fight over again with me missing my cooldowns. What is funny here is that he used wings after, which is in Wrath to the Lich King impossible for another 30 seconds if you use Lay on Hands. His damage was absurdly high and I had to use Desperate Prayer instantly while I was trying to kite with Psyfiend and spawn a Void Lasher with Mind Flay. I used Damnation just before I ran into Dispersion because my gear just couldn't handle this damage. Single Shadow Word death could have ended this fight here, but I was so obsessed to play defensively, which believe me or not cost me a fight. I have no clue what this shield is if it's not trinket. Guy even sat on my head and he should, because I mustn't lose that. Only classes I have no clue what should I do against are warriors and warlocks. Warriors look to me like they are face rolling in 1 vs 1. There's so much roots, stuns, charges, and then there is a reflect when you somehow make a range. I started nicely here with a root and fade, made a quick vampiric touch just before spell reflection, which I cancelled later with Mind Flay. He charged me, I used power infusion before I made a fear, so I have time to make a successful mind games before he cancels the fear. I did that, so it was perfect. He started blade storming and that's the time they are vulnerable the most in Wrath of the Lich King, but not here. I made no damage to him and from this moment he's just face rolling and killing me. One thing I learned from this fight is to save Dispersion for his spear. We both were on half HP when this second idiot arrived, but I would probably die here. I was like, okay, he used Blade Storm, so even if he used Spear, I can get away with it, but in this expansion nothing surprised me, not a 30-second cooldown Blade Storm. It's same geared priest as me, he used random silence, and after that I've gone fully aggressive with power infusion and mind games. Then I waited for his cast to drop a offensive silence. And there we have some nice combo from silence into void eruption fear, into horror and then mind spike while infusion lasts, so it can proc a 0.5 mind blast, and we have some nice bursts here. And then we have full insanity after that. When he casted mind games, I started healing because my heals will do damage to him as I understood the spell.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love, I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope, something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes down. Talk to me, baby, I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights. Just keep on wasting glass after glass. I keep hoping you'll come around, drowning our fights in whatever can be found. 'Cause I've given in to all my demons lately. You know, might be easier just to let it go. Cut the cable short and the problem solved. Might be easier for you. I do it all night. You're my only lifeline. Sing for me, darling, it's been quiet for a day now. Can't bear the silence inside my own head. I keep on hoping somehow we can make this alright. Just keep on trying.